The different branches at Riot have been labeled the different teams, both by the company and the community. There's the notorious balance team, known for doing the complete opposite of what the community asks for. The lore team and the cinematics team, who hit far more often than they miss, but they do misstep every now and then, but overall they're both pretty good. And the art team are goated simply because of the sheer volume of work they produce, with only sometimes skipping on quality. But there's one team at Riot that never misses. Every single time, without fail, whenever they do something, it hits. Every time they make something, they deliver. And that's the Riot music team. Since its conception, the music team has been on point. Let me go through some recent examples. Pop Stars and Rise in 2018, bang, bang. True Damage in 2019, bang. All Out EP in 2020 with 5 new songs, bang. In 2021, they had Lost Chapter as well as the Arcane soundtrack, bang, bang. In 2022, they had Fire to the Fuse, Star Walking, and the World Ender remix, bang, bang, bang. And these are only the super big name projects only related to League, not mentioning Valorant or Legends of Runeterra, and also the champion themes that come out every time they release a new character in the game. The music team is always dropping songs throughout the year, and every single one of them is fire. You know the Riot music team is just better than all the others because they can take music, the most subjective form of art, and make it so good so consistently. You want proof? The 10 most viewed videos on League of Legends YouTube channel are all music videos. Realistically, the only negative thing someone can say about any piece of music produced by Riot is that it's not my type of music. However, all this being said, the Riot music team might have finally missed. Paranoia by HEARTSTEEL came out nearly a month ago, and the way the whole thing was handled just felt off. Let's talk about it. To fully understand why this is the weirdest virtual band release Riot has done, we need to go back in time for a quick history lesson, nearly 5 years ago to 2018. World's Finals Day comes around, and during the opening ceremony, we're shown KDA for the first time. No teaser, no build-up, nothing. Riot dropped one of the biggest nukes in the game's history on us without saying a thing, and needless to say, it blew up hard, going on to become the most viewed video on the League of Legends YouTube channel with nearly 500 million views. Let me say that again, 500 billion views. And then come next year, people were wondering what was next and would KDA make a comeback. On October 30th, a couple of weeks before the final, Akali, like the Akali from KDA, began to post on Riot's Instagram account. It started with pictures of her with a new hair color and her hanging out with some familiar faces. And then over the next 2 weeks, throughout the knockout stages, she posted pictures of the True Damage group flying from America and rehearsing in Paris. And then we heard the song for the first time in the opening ceremony. The mystique around KDA's ambiguous return, combined with Akali's posts and the mind-blowing opening ceremony with fucking holograms, made True Damage the best virtual band music release Riot has ever done. Then next year, Riot teased the All Out EP in a similar way with Seraphine's Twitter account, and they teased it for way longer than they did True Damage. Akali only uploaded for a few weeks, but Seraphine's Twitter had months to tease the EP, and it did its job of creating insane hype. Now let's compare 2019's True Damage and 2018 and 2020's KDA, the best things done by Riot's music team ever, to what followed. In 2021, despite eagerly waiting as the finals drew closer, we got the Arcane soundtrack, but that wasn't the main big thing, it was the show itself. And in 2022, we had the whole Lil Nas X is the CEO of League of Legends thing. Now, with the history lesson over, I can finally talk about HEARTSTEEL. Before I continue, I need to establish something. Paranoia the song and the music video by themselves in a vacuum are just as good as True Damage and KDA. The thing that frustrated me the most about HEARTSTEEL was how everything surrounding the music video was handled. HEARTSTEEL got off to a rocky start, kind of foreshadowing the whole shit show by accidentally leaking all 6 of the skins and the members and the band's whole existence prematurely from a data mine. Though this was a freak accident and not really Riot's fault, it kind of took away from the whole shock factor of the official announcement. But Riot powered on and stuck to their guns, and about a month later they officially announced the new group on Twitter and Instagram on October the 17th with this post. The members were Kane, the rapper, Set, also a rapper, Ezreal and Cassante on vocals, Aphelios as the composer, and Yone as the producer. They were all good-looking dudes that were drippy as fuck and had a cool frat boy group dynamic going on. Everything you would need in a boy band, right? Despite the minor setback caused by the leak, it was looking pretty good. Riot then posted some pictures of the members' bags and what they carried in them, which was a really cool way to show their distinct personalities. Kane's bag had a bunch of crunched up receipts, loose change, and matches for cigarettes all scattered across the photo to fit his untamable hate me cause they ate me bad boy image. Yone's belongings were all meticulously wrapped and displayed, showing his responsible and methodical personality, as well as all of his music production stuff. Set had all his gym bro stuff and so on. And to keep the hot streak going, boring. On the 18th and 19th of October, they released some Discord calls between the group members, and these are what got me insanely excited. They showed everybody's personalities even more, got the voice actors involved, and made the characters seem more human than ever, and put a unique twist on the group. Where KDA seemed more like otherworldly celebrities that plebs like us could only gawk at, HEARTSTEEL were relatable dudes just being bros and dicking around while trying to make a song. But it didn't end there. A few days later, on the 21st, they released a snippet of the song and the music video, and it sounded like another certified Riot music bang. But then, Riot executed what could be the most diabolical fumble in the company's history. What Riot should have done was keep posting things like this up until the opening ceremony like they did in 2019 and 2020, and then reveal the song. Bear in mind, the official announcement post came out on October 17th, right as the play-in stage of Worlds ended, and the opening ceremony was on the 19th of November. They had more than a month to build hype for the song and keep on posting for the ARG. They had Baekhyun on the song, who, by the way people were reacting, is the fucking LeBron James of K-pop or something. This could have been the most hyped thing Riot ever released. But no, Riot irreversibly fucked up. They released a teaser for the song on the 21st, and then set up a premiere for the song on YouTube on the 23rd of October, nearly an entire month before the opening ceremony. And then they kinda just released the song. I remember me and my friend were coping so hard, hoping that the premiere was gonna be a haha you thought bait, which would actually fit the theme of the dudes dicking around, but sadly that wasn't the case. And that left us in this weird limbo state. We had an entire month to wait till the opening ceremony, but there was no real reason to wait anymore because there wasn't gonna be a song revealed. It had already come out. And as much as I liked them, the 6 photos and 3 Discord calls in the span of 3 days was not good enough to build hype. It was so bad that most of my friends didn't even know that the band existed until after the song came out. And it started getting worse from there. The skins got announced, and though they look fantastic in-game, the splash arts are really boring. If you compare them to True Damage or KDA, the way they just copy-paste them in the same spot like some kind of PNGs is honestly kind of pathetic. Aluna's the band's manager looks cool though, but it just kept getting worse. The way Riot did them dirty at the finals made the whole scenario 10 times worse. Not only did they only play a shortened version of the song, they only made them contend with, you know, New Jeans in Korea. But then, the thing that I was scared of most came to pass. The CGI 3D models. I made this same argument back in 2020, but how does the ceremony from back in 2018 look better than the one 5 years later in 2023? At least in 2020 with that shit show, they could blame COVID, but that card wasn't gonna work this time. After the opening ceremony was done, I just felt so disappointed. Me and many others look forward to the song reveal as one of the biggest events in the league calendar. And to see it fumbled this bad when it had more potential than any other of the virtual groups was heartbreaking. If the latest season of Jujutsu Kaisen has taught us anything, it's how downright feral people can get when presented with good-looking fictional dudes. Riot had every opportunity to leverage that, to create a billion times more hype than they ended up doing. After the ceremony, they even posted this picture like they just broke the industry, as if the models in CGI didn't look like some shit out of VeggieTales or Jimmy Neutron. All this begs the question though, why? Why did Riot rush out HEARTSTEEL and do it this dirty? I think the answer is pretty simple. It's because they got scared. After the whole Seraphine incident in 2020, which I have a whole video talking about, which I'll link in the description, Riot were hesitant to dive into something that could backfire so hard again. ARGs like the Seraphine one require a lot of resources to run, especially for as long as they did it back in 2020. Not only that, KDA got their own comic series and a bunch of other things which made it feel much more impactful back then. To invest so much and to only get a lukewarm reception in return like they did for KDA 2020 left them with a choice. They either invest more into it and try to make it better without knowing how good the return will be, or they cut their losses and create a mediocre rushed hype job for an admittedly godlike music video and bank on the New Jeans hype instead for the opening ceremony. Though I'm personally in love with the music video, some people aren't as enthusiastic. I like it because the camera movement is dynamic, the effects look nice, and most importantly, we see the boys doing cool shit. As a music video, which is supposed to go along with a song, you could make an argument that it's not very fitting, but as a cinematic showcasing these new characters Riot made, I think it's a perfect video. People were expecting more of a traditional boy band thing with choreographed dance moves and stuff, but I think it was a good change of pace and it fit the theme of HEARTSTEEL more. The music and cinematic team didn't deserve to get one of their best works done this dirty by the marketing team, because like I said, the Paranoia music video and the song by themselves are fucking amazing. Just everything around it was horrible. Like the fact that in one of the Discord calls, Kane says that he wants motorcycles in the music video, and then we actually see Yone and Aphelios doing tricks and shit on dirt bikes. That's just an example of how in-depth the ARG and the characters of the HEARTSTEEL boys could have been if they didn't rush it out. And with the opening ceremony done, Riot posted one last picture of the boys cooling off after their performance, letting HEARTSTEEL quietly fade out like a candle, rather than the supernova it could have been. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how you felt about HEARTSTEEL. Did you like it? Was it bad? Was it good? Was KDA better? True damage better? Whatever it was, let me know. Like and subscribe. I don't really make anime videos, but I make League videos every now and then whenever something interesting happens that I want to talk about. So do with that information what you will. I'm gonna get back into streaming as well. I'm gonna try to push for Master before the season ends. Come what? Anyway, bye bye.